Hi there, not done a video for a while. What I'd like to talk about is this grow light I picked up off a Banggood, I think it was. If I remember, I'll put a link in the description. And this is a grow light. And I recently purchased some seeds off UK Chili Seeds. These are the Carolina Reaper, 10 seeds. I've sowed 4 of them. But in the UK, our climate's pretty rubbish, and sometimes you can get a good summer, but not all the time. Plus we're at the end of summer now, we're actually in autumn, so to grow these, I'm going to grow them indoors under a light. Now, obviously these lights are more intended for people that grow other sorts of plants, ones that are not legal in the UK to grow, but they can be used to grow any sort of light really. Now this cost about £84, free shipping from China, which I thought was, the light shouldn't be too bad. Okay, it's unbranded. Now the light was, it was advertised as 100 watt. When I got it, you can see the label plate there. It says Model GL 1000W LED power, 1000 watt. No, I wouldn't say that's 1000 watt anyway. But it's universal voltage, 85 to 265 volts, 50-60 hertz. So, but it's got 100 LEDs on the board. I think it's got about 8 white LEDs, which are these ones here. It's got 1 infrared one, which, well, I don't think that's going to make any difference, but a lot of red and some blue. I should have done a count before I made the video, but I'll plug it in anyway. But on the listing, it had 3 options for power cord: European, Australian or USA. Well, none of them are any good, so the default is they sent a European, which is no good to me. But luckily I have a UK IEC lead. Here I do have a power meter. Get it in shot. There we are. 238 volts at the moment. So we'll plug this in. And it comes on, and you can hear that. You can hear cooling fans operate. It's got 2 12-volt cooling fans. So let's look at the wattage. 98, 97.2. That's for selling it, for advertising it as 100 watt. That's pretty good. It's probably going to drop off a bit, but that's not bad. So they're pretty accurate with the wattage. And this is probably going to just completely swamp the camera out, but I can count. I'll count the blue ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 blue ones. There's 8 white ones, and then 1 infrared just there. That is pretty bright. I'm having to squint. I should put some sunglasses on. That is horrifically bright. Maybe you can get an idea if I turn this off. Everything looks green now to me, because obviously there's not much green spectrum in this. So it just completely swamps my eyes out with red and blue light, and as soon as I turn it off, everything looks green. But anyway, we'll have a look inside and see what the construction is like. Actually, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to see if they've attached to the earth, because I know a lot of unbranded products from China sold by Banggood and eBay. Some of it's high quality stuff, some of it's a bit questionable. And a lot of these LED flood lamps that are quite cheaply on eBay and Banggood, they have a habit of not bothering to attach to the earth, which is mandatory in the UK. Well, I think all of Europe. Well, anything with exposed metal work on it has to be earthed or grounded. So yeah, it's a good sign. So yeah, it's got an earth attached to it. How good it's attached, I don't know, but we'll find out. And yes, it's just started raining outside. think this should just lift out of here now. I don't know if I took all the screws out, wouldn't it? One screw left. Right, now it should open. Okay, what do we have here? Right, this looks right. So there's the mains IEC lead that comes in. Splits off the 3 red wires. Go to there. They go to the drivers. Yeah, I presume these are 250 watt LED drivers. There's a power supply there, which I would imagine is a 12. Yeah, a 12 volt 1 amp. That's just for the fans, that is. So they're just 2 bog standard 50 watt LED drivers. Go into the LED panel. So there's obviously there'll be 2 banks of 50 in there, wired in a parallel series arrangement to give the correct forward voltage. Which these are typically 36 volts. The on-off switch is just hot glued in, but it is actually got the lugs to grip onto the metal. They've just hot glued it just for extra security, which is good. It is only single pole. Now, if you were using this in Europe, these plugs can be put in either way, so it doesn't make it. Really, it should be double poled for European use, because with these being non-polarised, go in the one way, take it out, it'll go in the other way. Your live and neutral gets reversed. In the UK, obviously, this doesn't happen with a square pin plug. It only, your live and neutral coming off here are right, but it would have been better if these wires are a bit thicker, and these connectors here, I'm not sure if these are rated for 250 volts, but that one there does a 12 volt driver. Yeah, that's right, AC in, yeah, that one there does that driver, and there's one tucked under there which does that driver. It's what I'd have liked to have seen is basically use a bit thicker insulated wires and using connectors more appropriate rated for the mains. But like I said, it's not critical. It's okay. It's not bad. I mean, the LEDs, they're just standard. They're just bog standard 1 watt LEDs, and they've all been glued and soldered to an aluminium core PCB. Oh, another thing I'd like to mention about this, it would have been better if they'd have had some heat sinks attached to here, so there's better airflow to take the heat out of the LEDs. I would have liked to have seen that, but they're 101 watt LEDs. I mean, there's going to be a constant airflow over this aluminium panel, so that should give sufficient cooling. When I try it out and give it a test, we'll find out. And if it does start overheating, I'll just get some heat sinks and stick them on and just make sure that they're all clear of the fans and the drivers. But yeah, it's not bad. Where they've attached the earth lug, they've attached it to a screw which goes into these threaded. I mean, there's obviously unpopulated threaded inserts here for obviously other types of a moth shop there, other types of models. And this, you can see, they do protrude through the plastic, and that's where they've attached it. It would have been better if they'd have attached it there with some grip washers, so when it tightens up, it bites in, goes through the paint and bites in the metal. Also, another good feature which they should have done. So like I said, I'd had the attached correctly there, and had another earth wire, a longer one, coming off, jumping over to the aluminium base here, and maybe to this metal work, because this metal's painted, and so is this. So this part screws in here. If a fault was to develop in either of the drivers and the output was to come live, this top part could come live, but it won't cause any RCDs to trip, or it won't blow any fuses, because the paint, it can, it's only thin, but I tell you what, you'd be surprised. But nevertheless, it's not bad. I mean, just remember, using in a grow area where you're watering plants, it's you've got to take extra electrical precautions, like running the cables upright and away from the plants. But You know, I mean, one thing I forgot to do is bring my pat testing machine down into the shed, and I should have done a pat test on it, but it's all the way in the house, and I can't be asked to go back and get it and pause the video, etc. You know, so but it's not bad. I mean, I'm not sure how warm that's going to get. I don't know. It may stay cool. I don't know. It's one of them things to try it out. But the good thing is, a unit like this, it's modular. I mean, all these unplugged connects, so if that was to go, you could order another, stick it in, the fans, power supply, and even you could take that aluminium board out and use that as a template, get some thicker aluminium, and you could even stick some 10-watt LEDs on them, five going across the bottom, 5 going across there, all wired in parallel, and connect that to the same 2 drivers, and you can mix and match whatever colours you want. So, but obviously it's optimised for it's called a full spectrum light, but it's optimised for the blue and the red spectrum, and they've put the 8 white chips in there just to give it the full spectrum. But I'll give it a shot, and as soon as my seeds germinate, well, when these germinate, I'm actually going to probably put them under a 30 watt daylight white LED flood lamp until they're a few inches tall, and then I'll switch to this one. And when they get taller, I'll knock it down from 18 hours a day down to 12 hours a day. So 12 hours day, 12 hours dark. That should trigger me chilies into the flowering stage. But these are the current Guinness World Record of the hottest chilies at the moment of the time of this video. So the Carolina Reaper, UK chili seeds. So yeah, I'll wrap up now and put this back together. See you soon.